What if you are on a lifeboat floating around the ocean for weeks? What if you have no more food at all? Would you kill your fellow passengers and maintain your life with the human flesh? Sorry, did I just ruin your appetite? Sometimes reality is hard to swallow. This painting is made by a French painter, Eugene Delacroix, one of the most famous romantic painters of the time. He is well known for his painting "Liberty Leading the People", painted a year after the 1830 Paris uprising against Charles X. Okay, we'll find out that this painting is somewhat strange. Generally, people on the lifeboat tend to look out to find another rescue ship around the lifeboat. But here, most people on the boat are looking closely only inside the boat. They are doing something very important. Yes, they are doing something important and gross. Here, the survivors from a shipwreck are drawing lots for whom would be sacrificed to feed his starving companions. It is obvious they are losing mind out of exhaustion, hunger, thirsty, and necessity. As you see, there is no ship to rescue them around the boat in the painting. With no prospect of rescue in sight, all the people on the boat seem to give up such hope as no one is watching outside the boat except the guy on the left side, the three men on the left end, and the three persons on the right end are staying away from the drawing fuss at the center. On the other hand, the crowd at center seemed very excited. They knew that they were about to be killed or to get some food soon. The guy in white clothes is reaching out his right arm to pick up a lot, but he has no guts to watch it. It must be a life or death choice for him. If he's unlucky, he would become a food for his hungry friends. You may say it's just a wild imagination. However, in fact, some say it was a customary maritime law at the time. For example, in 1883, an Australian ship was sunk, leaving crews on a lifeboat. The survivors, experiencing hunger and thirsty for 15 days on an open sea, decide to kill a dying colleague to feed themselves to live on. Instead of drawing lots, these people decide to kill a young man who was already seriously sick. With this painting, it just came to my mind that Delacroix was trying to tell us the society of his times. It was an era of hope, energy, war, and tragedy. Forget about the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The shining ideals of French Revolution had already dimmed out in no time. By the hope and promise to make a better world with regions, people were excited and agitated, consumed and endured during the revolutionary period. But the ongoing political and military disasters and unkept promise of social progress eventually got people frustrated. As time goes by, people in Europe started to realize men are still animals and this world is a jungle with or without kings and queens. Maybe this small boat drifting away in the dark ocean is showing disoriented people in Europe. I think after the purge and execution, there were no more tyrant kings and nobilities or priests. As the society was running out of the scapegoat, they needed to find a new target soon. Then people had to decide which group of people should be sacrificed for the rest of the people. By the way, was this cannibalism on the lifeboat in this painting really happen? Well, Medusa actually went down, but there was no ship called Don Juan. Thanks God, this painting is based on the fictional story of Lord Byron. But don't you want to know what happened to the survived crews from the Australian ship that we topped? Those guys were indicted for murder and found guilty in an English court. The court ruled that necessity does not justify the killing. Wow, wasn't it nice? But all of them were released in 6 months. Maybe necessity justify anything in the ocean. We don't know.